25.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
On first down, Daniel. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Patriots has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Throw is going to be caught, and it works to perfection. A double pass leading to a run into the end zone for a touchdown. On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. To the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. To throw is Daniels. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete. Down the left sideline. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll set up to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. The Panthers will take their first timeout.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Pats going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Going for it all. That is caught. And he'll be taken down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Now they'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So a very tight first half, a one-point game here at the break. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. Up the sideline at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the...
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Patriots. A huge play in this game, and now the defense is given the opportunity to tie this one up as they've cut the deficit to just 2. What a big play.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I mean, they find themselves trailing here in the 2nd half, and not only does the defense make the play of the game, but as you said, they got a chance now to go for 2 and tie this thing up.
And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a 2-point conversion, but unable to do so. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Brooks. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. On the handoff, this is Brooks. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown Carolina. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. York, good on the extra point. And the Panthers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Got his man at the 6, and he's going to be taken down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A run with Brooks. And he will score again. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. They'll run with Brooks. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down. Good execution of the double pass. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Second down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Give up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there.
And he will score! Game on! Anthony Gould! Touchdown, New England! 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He is knocked down hard. Stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. They'll run it right here with Brooks. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. It is picked up by the defense. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great time to bring pressure. If you're the defense there, you know you have them backed up, you know their quarterback's looking to make a play to get out of there, and you dial up pressure at the perfect time, not only to force the fumble, Mike, but you're able to recover it in the end zone for 6.
Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. A handoff as they try to run it here. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line. Third and long. Back to throw. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. We'll go once more with Brooks. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. 3rd down and 9. Open man, right side. He's got it. Still on his feet. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, they go with Brooks. A hit, and he has lost the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here we go. One final play. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners, as we say so long from Uptown Charlotte.